Hi, guys.
Hey.
I would love to talk about my crazy sister.
Let's do that.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, we got to do some background. So,
Yes.
what town did you grow up in? How old are you?
Also from the Chicagoland area. I am 30. My sister's older. She's 34.
Okay.
And she is exactly everything that you guys have been talking about, like no kids, super career driven, but also into like metaphysical, crystal, anti-God stuff. And her standards for a relationship are so impossibly high for how insane she is. Like she broke up with a boyfriend for like, she was dating him for the past like 2 years. And they broke up because she saw a psychic that told her that they were related in a past life.
This is painful.
Yeah. Like and to me, what is super sad is I have a kid now. She never wanted kids, never wanted to settle down until I had kids. And now it's like all she can think about, but she can't hold down a relationship. She just broke up with this guy that they were dating for like a year. And she's calling me like every day crying because she regrets her decision, but she's too insane. And it's like, it's hilarious from the outside, but it's super sad also being her sister. Like, I don't know how to help you because I'm trying to push you to God. I'm trying to, for a long time, talk about having kids, getting married. I got married really young. So it's just
Why'd you wait so long to have a baby?
I don't know.
Why it took you so long to have a kid?
I also was in like the career mindset. Like I got brainwashed for sure with that. But thankfully I kind of got knocked out of that mindset.
What was your job, roughly?
Well, I mean, I was a vet tech, but I was going to school, for like animal related, not like veterinary, but I was in like animal forensics and stuff.
Oh, okay. And what's her fancy?
Which, going back now is retarded, but
What's her job that's so wonderful it's worth throwing your life away?
She's an interior designer.
Which is what a housewife is.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's what a housewife is. But you're designing your own home, so it's even more fun.
But she also doesn't live in a house. She lives in a van.
No
so that's
way.
Even. It gets better.
Wow. This is, speaking of psychics, this is weird because this is exactly the kind of call that I was hoping to get, and that's why I decided to do this show. This is the eye of the storm, exact problem. And it always takes being an aunt. I don't mean Ant-Man, being an A-U-N-T, an auntie, or, working at a daycare or being your neighbors have kids. All they need is a little taste of just smelling a fucking baby's head once. And they go, what the fuck am I doing?
I'm sick and tired of living in a van down by the river.
Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
And hello, I am Gavin McInnes.
Together, we're Compound Censored.
And we'd like you to subscribe to our network that has more fantastic content you could shake a stick at. Use this promo code for a one-time super offer.
Do it. It's uncensored and oh so entertaining.
They see, like...
I mean, that's totally it. You need to surround people, like if you care about people that aren't having kids, start having kids of your own and surround them with your own kids. I mean, I think that also, like, I started getting nieces and nephews and I was like, whoa, kids are really cool. And my kid is freaking awesome. So, she's seeing that and jealous of my, having a kid, having stability in my life. So start having kids, guys.
Even like my brother's much younger than me, and my nephew is in his terrible twos, and he just drew on one of our outdoor cushions with a marker, but it's one of these washable markers. It's Crayola, it'll come out. But I go, buddy, who did that? What just happened there? And let's say his sister's name is Jen. He goes, Jenny did it. And I was like, whoa, she's in big trouble. And he's like, yeah. So even like the terrible twos are fucking hilarious as they frame their sibling for vandalism.
Oh, it's so funny. Like, I can't get mad at her because she just does the, like, most ridiculous things. So, and, like, you know, you see that, you know, other people having kids, so.
They're fun little drunks. Well, you're 30 now?
What's that?
You're 30?
Yes.
I think, by the way, Sean, when we're having discussions like this, play some B-roll, like some babies or something. You could easily churn out 2 more.
Yeah, that's my hope for sure. Like, I want to have as many kids as I can while my body will allow it. I, again, wish I started earlier. I was just afraid, you know?
This is what I'm screaming. I remember Bill Schultz goes, the reason Gavin keeps telling people to have more sooner is because he's jealous that guys are out there getting laid. And I'm like, what? I got laid for the first time in 1987. I'm not resentful that I didn't get enough pussy. I'm saying it because that's what I hear from women like you. What the fuck was I waiting for?
Yeah, and you were a big reason, too. I mean, my husband and I have been watching your show for a long time, and then, you know, there was like that bunch of callers at one time, you know, talking about having kids, and then I was like, oh, wow, okay, let's do it.
And everyone goes, well, I can't afford it right now. It's easy for you to say, you're rich. And I'm like, our parents had, well, Gen X, right? My parents are boomers. They had us when a bassinet was the top drawer. Like, they would bring me to the pub in a little hamper. We lived in an apartment with my grandmother, my dad's mother-in-law. And when we moved to Canada, we were in a condo, like a garbage fucking place. And they slowly put it together. They didn't think about finances.
Yeah, and as you said before, kids are as cheap or as expensive as you want them to be. Like, you can really, like, go all out, or you can, you know, be cheap like that. I mean, my kid's not quite 2, so I haven't seen the full of all that expensive.
Yeah, but diapers, whatever. Fuck it. Well, even hockey, they go, well, I want my kid to play professional sports. There's hockey camp. There's brand new equipment. That can get into the thousands. Or there's tons of used hockey equipment because kids grow fast and they don't have to go to hockey camp. So, like, even the most expensive kids' sports, I can whittle them down to a couple $100. Basically what these single people spend on Coke. Okay, so that's one sister. What about the other sister?
Oh, that's just the one. I am the other sister. she's just enough.
Well, I'm very, empathetic. I feel bad for her that she fucked up, and it's not 100% her fault. But are your parents divorced?
No, they're still together. I wouldn't say it's necessarily like the happiest marriage.
Right.
But, they're still together. It's, they're all right. I'm actually not talking to them. So there's like juicy. That.
What's the gossip there?
They don't like my husband. And they started to kind of, now that my daughter is starting to become really aware, I used to be able to just kind of push it aside. And now with my daughter in the picture, I don't want her to be around people that are so openly talking shit about their father.
Right. Why don't they like your husband?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. My mom, I think, has an issue. We got married really young.
How old?
I think there's part of 19.
Okay, that's good.
You should have had kids sooner.
Yeah. So what is he, some sort of pedophile now that he's married to a 30-year-old?
No, he was also 19. So we were just, kids. And I think he's just more, I wouldn't even say confrontational, but he's more direct. And my parents are both very liberal. My dad, I would say, is a beta.
I see.
And I think that's become an issue. And my husband being a Trump supporter, and my dad being he called my husband a Nazi for voting for Trump in 2016. So.
Okay. We get to the crux of it here. Trump derangement.
Yeah.
Yes.
COVID, they took the vaccine and everything, and they told us we weren't allowed to come over if we weren't getting back. So there's a lot of brainwashing
Sean
stuff
had that Shot had that. I have that with my in-laws to a certain extent. The dad doesn't hate me. The mom is not the biggest fan, but we just avoid politics, although we have had some doozies, some brutal fights over the years. Wow, okay, great call. I really appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
Right, thanks, guys.
I got to make sure my son stops playing video games. Oops. The missus is away, you see.
Yeah.
How we doing?
Good.
Did you go from video games to the book of Genesis?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll be home shortly.
All right. Bye.
It's the Robert Crumb graphic novel version of Genesis, but I'll take it. I'm glad that woman talked about these women who say no to proposals, because it's a great segue into this video that I've seen this with so many girls who are lonely, and I go, fuck, you've got great tits. Why are you lonely? I remember my brother was single for a long time. You could have fucked him. And I'll inevitably find out, no, they did have a guy. They just said, nah, I'm too young. Like, I know a guy, he proposed to his girlfriend at 25. They've been living together for 5 years. He was 30, she was 25. And she goes, no, I'm too young. And you know what happens? They always regret it. Roll the tape.
I fumbled the man I probably should have married. And I'm making this post so that y'all don't do the same thing that I did. This is an accountability post. I met him on Hinge, and this was back when the algorithm was working a lot better. And it was like 2022, I believe.
By the way,
I didn't like his profile.
She's very pretty. That's kind of my type, the Bambi look. But look at what a fat lump of shit she is.
I just knew he was
like a bad fat. I'm good. I like fat. I'm black, basically. But that's like a lumpy, cottage cheesy kind of fat that just means you watch too much TV.
And the next day he did. Normally I name names, but just in case he has a new girl and they're at peace, I don't want to disrupt his situation, so I'm not going to name his name. But anyway, we met up quickly, we went on a date, and we ended up being like glued to each other pretty fast. We were like in a relationship within like a month, I believe. He locked it down. He was not trying to see me single. This man was fine. He was like 6'3", buff, long hair. He looked like Roman Reigns. Society would easily give him a 9, easily. And if you know me, you know who I'm talking about. But frankly, his looks were pretty irrelevant, honestly. He actually was very kind, very sweet, very empathetic, very emotional, very in tune with his emotions, but also quite emotional. And, you know, he just had a lot of very positive traits. The number one being, he did not play about me at all. We went to brunch with his brother and sister-in-law, and they were kind of cold, like not really like I don't know, warming up to me. And he called that.
He did not what on me? Play on me? All right, keep going.
Okay.
Sister-in-law, and they were kind of cold, like not really like I don't know, warming up to me. And he called that out immediately. He was like, absolutely not. When his brother was not trying to get to know me after like we had met, he was like, can you put more effort in with Britt? Like, that's my girl. Like, put some respect on Britt's name. Like, he did not play about me at all. I had never in my life dated a man like that. I had never dated a man who was on my side, like who, like, I don't know, defended me. I've never had that before. He also impressed my parents.
Are we pretending that his family were racist? Like, no one doesn't like pretty girls. That's just a thing. That was what was so stupid about that movie, Bad Monster, or whatever it was called. Remember that movie?
Bad Monster.
With Billy Bob Hoskins. Crazy Monster, what was it called? And with the super hot chick. Fuck, my brain is just garbage.
Is it Angelina
Billy Bob Thornton
Jolie
and
Angelina Jolie?
No.
No?
The black chick.
Oh, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Yeah. So he's a racist, Klansman, whatever, and he learns the beauty of Halle Berry and ends up fucking her. Ooh. Wow.
Monsters Ball.
Monsters Balls. You managed to fuck a black 9. Way to get over your racism, dude. Who looks totally white, too. Like, if this girl had food poisoning and she was pale, you'd think her name was Ricky. Okay, go ahead.
My mom liked him a lot. She said I broke his heart, and honestly, I agree. But yes, my parents liked him a lot. So we dated for like 6 months, and I kept feeling like something was just missing throughout the relationship. Like, something just felt like it was missing. And I would communicate that to him, like, oh, I like you a lot, I love you, but like, something's just missing. And I didn't know what it was. And this poor guy was just doing his best to try to figure out what was missing, like trying to make adjustments, but like he just couldn't figure it out, and neither could I, because I didn't have the self-awareness that I have now. What was missing was chaos. No matter how many adjustments he was willing to make, he couldn't adjust himself to become a chaotic, toxic man when he just wasn't that.
This is perfect.
And that's all
This is what we've done to women. I know she's black, and that's a slightly different context, but we've like polluted their minds with the workforce, with your career, your need for chaos, you need a bad boy, all that stupid fucking garbage. We took a shit in their heads, is what we did.
Used to. You see, I had not taken the time to like truly heal myself after my relationship prior to him, which was with an abusive guy. Very abusive, emotionally avoidant guy. Emotionally unavailable, everything. Okay? I had not healed from that. Not enough to be with a person who was safe. And so one day when he pissed me off, I broke up with him like on a whim. Because the majority of my prior relationships were with like antagonistic men, I was not ready to receive someone who was safe and loving.
Care.
I deserved it. Maybe I couldn't recognize what it was. My nervous system didn't know what to do with safe. My parents were kind of emotionally unavailable.
Shut up. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Do we have any more calls?
Yeah, we have a lot of calls.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's do calls for the rest of the show till the final video.
Good. All righty. We got 207 here in Sister Heaven.
207, you're in Sister Heaven.
And I think I know why. And I think I know why. If you could make predictions for the bird, which is the bald eagle.
If I could what?
Make predictions?
Anyway, what's
Never mind.
What's going on with your sister?
Yeah, so I don't know what you want to hear, but I guess she's 29. She lives in Maine, southern Maine, and she has a job and has never had a relationship.
Never?
Very liberal.
Never had a relationship with a man ever?
Ever.
Is she a lesbian? I mean, that must be the prevailing theory.
I not know.
Now, what?
I don't know.
What's the closest city in southern Maine that she's near?
Portland.
Capitals of the world.
Okay.
All right.
Has she ever made out with a guy?
I don't think so.
Is she like some hyper nerd scientist, like Asian chick who reads math textbooks for fun?
No.
Well, is anyone trying to figure this out but me?
I'm wondering the same thing myself, honestly. I mean, it's interesting. Like, I don't know. I really don't, like, it's similar to the other caller, that chick. She's not crazy, though, but, like, she's just kind of lost. She's not career-driven. Like, she'll just say, like, yeah, my job fucking sucks. And she has a decent job, but I'm like, what are the alternatives? I keep telling her, you got to find a man.
Like, get on internet dating, slut it up a bit, get drunk, be at the bar at last call. I don't know. Don't get syphilis, but open your legs a bit, I'm afraid.
Well, she doesn't drink, so.
Well, that's not good. Is she fat and ugly?
She's very pretty, but I think, she's a little bit larger. A little bit larger now.
But large is a little bit larger now. I think that's from Animal House, Otis Day in the Night.
Yep.
A little bit larger now. But that's not really a big issue anymore. Like, fat isn't really fat. Look at Nelly Furtado on stage. Fucking, everyone's got a boner. Shit, that's a real problem. Like, there's no incentive there. There's no libido.
Yeah. No, it's tough. Well, recently she's been into the same music I listen to. So I go to metal concerts. And so I've been taking her there, getting her social. I don't know. I mean, it's not really the cream of the crop at a metal show.
I can't believe yeah. Well, metalheads are weird, though. I saw someone say recently that metalheads are sweet guys LARPing as bad dudes. And then, like, alternative guys are bad guys LARPing as sweet dudes.
I'd say that's accurate.
Can we get a beer past your lips?
What's that? Say that again?
Can we get a beer in her? Like a White Claw down her throat?
Yeah, well, that exact situation happened last summer. I had some coworkers visiting our lake house, and she was there, and, like, they basically peer pressured her. It was, like, the first time I've seen her drink, and she had fun. Like, I don't know. I'm like, you got to do this more often.
Yeah, we don't want you puking your guts out and being an alcoholic and fucking some homeless man, but if we could just grease the wheels with a couple of high noons.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I got to spike her drinks.
Do you live near her?
Pretty close. Yeah, I'm about an hour and a half away.
So, I mean, you got to take on this burden. It's sort of like when your parents are really old and you stay there for a while and get them a nurse.
Yeah.
Are you married with kids?
No, I'm 25. I'm single now.
Yeah, so it's going to be a while for her to see that happen to you, and it might be too late for her. Yeah, that's my solution to that problem. I'm like fucking Jim Norton here giving advice to people like I know what I'm talking about. But I think she needs a couple of high noons and more weekends with you.
I agree. That's what I've been working on, so I'll keep it up.
She could be your wingman. All right, great call. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
I want to briefly read out this letter someone sent in. We're not going to do the full mailbag, but I have two sisters, one older, 32, and one younger, 24. My older sister had a kid with her husband when she was 25. Her husband was a piece of shit and couldn't handle it, so she divorced him. We do not know where he is or anything. Shortly after that, she started seeing another guy that was in AA. They are now married and have another son, and she now comes to Orthodox church with me on a regular basis. My younger sister went to university at 18. I went the year before her, and that was when I started listening to you on CRTV, The Blaze, blah, blah, blah. So I was pretty red-pilled and realized university is a waste of time. I didn't want my sister to become a liberal, get raped by she went to school at the University of Regina. That's up in Saskatchewan. It's all Pajits. I went to university another year to protect my little sister. Then COVID hit. I dropped out. She did one more semester. And now she's married to a man that we used to ride the school bus with. Ideal scenario.
I cheer up for happy things.
They have a 3-year-old, and she's due in 3 weeks. They have a 3-year-old who's pregnant? See, every time you think these things are going well, that's disgusting.
You should say have 7 kids, but that's a little early to start. Right?
Yeah, 3 is way too young.
Yeah.
So you just wrecked it there by having a 3-year-old who's going to have who's due in 3 weeks. That means she got pregnant when she was 1.5.
Yeah.
So there's still good women out there, but us 3 kids owe it to our parents for raising us right and making us listen, spanking us, and having responsibilities. Very interesting. Okay, how are we doing for calls?
We got calls.
Let's call it up.
We got calls up the frick wazoo.
Or calls for balls.
We got 410 who is good to go, I hope.
410, you good to go?
Hello,
Hello.
Gavin.
Hello.
This is Bray.
Hi, Bray.
Ray, hey. Just wanted to say no hard feelings about the offer to stay at your place.
What? Oh, this is Blind Ray. Oh, hey, man.
This is Blind Ray, yeah.
Yeah, no hard feelings. And that's the beauty of being honest is I don't...
I know, I really wanted to call you a re-nigger earlier today.
Call me the Indian giver. That's more accurate.
I know this isn't what you want, and I'm sorry.
And the beauty of not lying and saying my wife said no or something is I'd have to remember the lie, and now I can just be like, yeah, it felt weird after we hung up, so I changed my mind.
Well, yeah, and so me, my buddy, and his wife, we all decided to go to the show before we even talked to you about it. So that's why I would have reneged on them by saying that, oh, by the way, I'm staying with Gavin, so you guys go find someplace else in New York.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Anyway, do you have a sister?
I have an older cousin that I wanted to call in about.
Okay, how old is she?
She's 42.
Wife? Is she, married? Does she have kids?
Well, she moved in with her then boyfriend during the pandemic, and they shared a iPad, and she found gay porn on it.
Uh-oh, that's the end of that. How long had she been with him for?
Let's see, from 2018 to they're still kind of breaking up now.
Oh my God.
Well, that means you're gay.
The nanosecond your man is looking at gay porn in any way, shape, or form, it's over. It's over. 0 straight men are remotely... This is what straight men see when they see gay porn. And then
we tried telling her that.
For the next, fucking day and a half, they remember and go, bleh, bleh, bleh. It's like seeing someone get run over by a truck and you see their head pop. Like, you don't want to see this. It's not sort of interesting.
And we've been trying to convince her that. And get this, the reason why she's sticking it out, because they have a dog together.
Oh my fucking God, stop.
She's waiting for the dog to die. He's 16 and he's on his last legs, and I just want to be there for the end for him.
Well, then fucking get a pager. And when he looks like he's having his last breath, fucking whip over there. Well, she's done anyway at 42. Why did she wait so long to get a man?
We don't know. She had a party girl phase. She's a hairdresser. And then she went clubbing with a lot of for like some of her best years. And then she found this guy who was a plumber who we thought, okay, this might work. And then turns out he's a closet.
See,
why are you gay?
The danger with being a hag, and my wife was a hag, is they don't have an expiration date. So they're just like, come on, girl, let's go. And be more of a slut. I fucked 3 guys last night. You haven't fucked in 2 days. Why are you such a prude? And they're like, okay, I guess I better start sucking and fucking. And they end up being perpetual whores.
Yeah, and that's all the hairdressers. They were just floozies going on boat parties, going, bowling, going down to the Hippo. For anybody from Baltimore knows what that is. It's like a gay nightclub that like hairdressers all go to. And it took her for a while to find this plumber guy, and we thought he was okay, blue collar guy. Turns out that he was hiding his passions.
I know
too much of indecence.
I know a gay plumber. Proud boy.
And that's not the only girl in my life that had a closet fag during the pandemic. Another girl I went to school with, she lived in D.C. with a guy, got pregnant. Now they have a 5-year-old Asian baby, and she did the same thing. They had a shared, house tablet, and she saw that it was naughty site. She's like, "Ooh, what have you been looking at?" Oh my God, those are guys going at it.
Wow. Well, the lesson here is, if you see dicks on your boyfriend's computer, run. All right, thanks for calling, Ray. I'll see you when you're up here for the show in Queens. By the way, people kept saying to me, where in New York? Queens.
Queens. I saw the venue. It's going to be a great time. Great time.
Great time.
Yeah.
Queens is not big. They're like, it better not be in Harlem. That's a different area. Harlem's at the top of Manhattan. Queens is just over the East River. It's the East River, right? Yeah, the East River. 88th Street, Yorkville, where all the stewardesses used to be, Central Park. Just keep going east. You'll hit water. Go over the water. You're there. If you're in Midtown, you're at Penn Station. This is going to sound racist, but you take the N train, and it goes directly east. Queens is small. Okay? Bronx, different area. Harlem, different area. Queens this is dumb. Is Queens part of New York?
Yeah, all the boroughs are.
Queens is a borough of New York City.
Yeah.
So when you think of Queens, think of Bronx, Staten Island, Yorkville, Washington Heights, East Village. Well, those aren't boroughs, but anyway.
It's a convenient area.
Think of it as. Don't even think of it as a borough. Think of it as East Village, West Village, Soho. It's that kind of a thing. It's easy to find on the fucking map.
Yeah.
This isn't like L.A. where we say we're going to be in L.A. and it's a fucking hour and a half to the spot.
Yeah.
All right, next call.
We've got 562.
562, we're here with you.
China is asshole.
That's true.
China is an asshole, yes. I agree.
So, you want to hear about my sister? This is the king of all show contributors, by the way.
Okay, this better be good then.
Yeah, oh, it's going to be good. Well, she's a Mormon.
Stop. How old?
She's 2 years older than me, so that would make her 56.
56?
I'm 54, going on 55.
Yeah, I know what 54 plus 2 is. And what town are you guys in? Or is she in?
She's in a place in Utah, like a podunk town in Utah.
Okay. All right. So we're caught up there. She's Mormon. Is she married with kids? Is she happy?
She's married with kids. She's happy, but she's grossly overweight because there was something that happened. Our family got blown up.
Your parents got killed in a bomb accident? Sorry to laugh.
No. We found out that my dad was her daughter.
Whoa. Your dad was molesting his granddaughter?
Yes. Yes.
Wait, what town did this happen in?
So you're thinking murder is the first thing that pops in your head.
Well, I wanted to take him hiking, and then he just fell off a cliff or something like that.
Okay. All right. I'm caught up now. So she's deeply traumatized. How is it? I'm trying to find the silver lining here. Was the kid so young they won't remember?
No, unfortunately she does, because this is how it came out. So this is the fucked up story. So my parents got hella old. They moved into a smaller place. My sister said, hey, because they were like your dad careening into a table. My dad fell off a fucking ladder because he was on a fucking ladder. He's like 80-something years old and he's on a ladder, you know what I mean? Like trying to take fucking Christmas lights off the house or something, and he fell. Anyway, she's like, look, you guys got to, nobody wanted to do anything. Nobody in the family wanted to help. My sister was willing to take them in. They said, hey, matter of fact, we'll give you a little bit of money. We'll add on to your house. You can build us a little wing in the back in your little podunk town in Utah, and we'll move in. So my sister did that. She took care of them. Like, it was maybe like a couple of months after they moved in, we found this out. And the way we found this out was because her daughter she's like in her 20s, like early 20s, and she is hooked up with this dude. They're getting frisky, and she's kind of like having problems, putting out or something like that. I don't know. And basically, long story short, she went to counseling, and it came out that way.
And how old was she when she was being molested by the dad?
So this happened when she was probably really young. I want to say 5 to 10 or something like that.
Wow. That's a horror story. Jesus.
And you know what the most fucked up part about this, Gavin, is? We have a pretty decent family. I mean, my dad and my mom were previously married, had 2 kids, and then they got married, had 2 kids, me and my sister. And my dad's part of the family think that my sister masterminded all this to get the money to build a wing onto her house or whatever.
So she's lying.
Yeah, her daughter just made this up just to fucking, are you fucking, that's like Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah. I always say to those people, okay, so you'll notice when someone is that deranged, they're a sociopath, you're going to find a litany of other scams and lies and cheats they've done over the years, where they stole the coffers of the church and they had mortgage fraud, but they have this one scam and no other scams in their lives. Okay.
Well, the reason they think this is because my sister, we're all kind of like alcoholics, drug addicts, and my sister, I've been on the wagon for 25 years, but like my sister, she went back to the church. So my parents have always taken her under their wing and helped her out. They paid for her to go to BYU, Hawaii, and all this shit. And anyways, when they moved up to that town, they had a big house and they had a basement part. So my sister basically moved in there while her husband could go to school and get his master's in computer science or whatever. And he works from home and shit and makes money.
Did you ever for a second go, maybe maybe my niece is lying, or misremembered it?
Okay. Yeah. I thought about that, but the fact that he admitted to it when they brought the bishop over to confront him, that kind of changed my mind on that.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's gonna remove any doubts.
So how that went down was when they found out, they were like, what the fuck? So they called the bishop over to have a third party. And my sister's husband, my sister, the bishop, and, called my dad out, and he goes, yeah, but it was only a couple of times. God damn it. What the fuck? What's the big deal here? What?
Wow.
This is how you're going to play this guy? He was more mad that he got caught.
And that everyone's being so uptight about child. God, relax. Not the end of the world.
But here's the crazy shit. So he's from a fucking a big family. farm family that was from the Depression in Colorado. And after this happened, my wife was befriending some other family people of my family on Facebook and found out that his older brother was fucking his daughter for fucking years. She talked to her. They all talked about it and everything.
So
and
he came from a child sex family.
Oh my God. Can you imagine like a farm in Colorado during the Depression? Hobos are probably fucking having their way with them. You know what I mean?
Oh my
like, who knows?
Well, poverty shouldn't denote child sex.
Well, I mean, dude, what are you going to do? You know, like you're on a big ass farm and all these kids are running around.
You might as well fuck kids.
I know, yeah. I'm not saying I'm justifying it.
Maybe cannibalism would be justified, but I don't know about raping children. Anyway, we got to go. We're running out of time here. But that's a unique case. Thanks for calling. The sister's traumatized. Obviously, she should be.
Yeah.
That's a good instinct to have, but not necessarily indicative of a pattern here as far as the state of sisters. But yeah, thanks for calling. Great call. By the way, Sean, the second I say thanks for calling, hang up.
Yep.
So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.